Looking at your blog and some of the things that you talked about, for example, 30 things for people to do in copyright or the copyright MPs, those are not your old school atypical professorial type of work. Like, what gets you into have you been always this active or is it something that you kind of changed to or morph into in the recent years?
Yeah, no, I think it's the latter. And no, I certainly was not always politically active, but I'm not that I'm all that politically active now, but certainly active from a policy perspective. And no, I was a much more traditional law professor, and I still do a lot of the traditional law professor stuff, like lecturing and traditional peer-reviewed research papers. But over the last few years, these issues, I think, have become increasingly important, and there's been a real need for informing the Canadian public and getting them more engaged. And I found the blog and some of the newspaper columns I write to be a good platform for being able to do that. And I guess I felt that there's in some ways almost there's a responsibility to do that. I feel like I'm in a very privileged position as a Canada Research Chair, effectively funded by the public, and it's important certainly to educate my students, but I think it's also, I think the role that academics have is to educate broader society. And there's lots of different ways you can do that, and lots of academics take different approaches. I've been fortunate to be able to use the media and use the internet to try to do that, and to me, I see it as being part and parcel with what the responsibility of an academic. I've got tenure, I've got the ability to speak out. That with those advantages, I think, come responsibility as well. Mm-hmm.